Prayer does not encapsulate the condition of prayer is a quest, is ask, is actually what you are asking. Therefore, it determines what for what you're praying.
So the last word in that
now there is conditions within the prayer, but first is the asking. Now, asking definitely in Hebrew, but requires listening, a very specific, deep attention, attentiveness to the need, or what to our state, if you like. Who is asking in me, and from what kind of condition that it finds itself, it can actually ask. Now, the prayer is actually an expression of the belief that there is the one that I'm asking can give me what I need, and that it hears me, and that there is some sort of a covenant that I'm activating through prayer of helping me. If the preparation for what is let's say real is relative in each, but it's true to its state. So within each prayer there is a measurement of judgment. When we pray, we're being judged of whether we pray from where we pray and for what we pray. So performing a prayer is actually agreeing to be judged. To be judged on my intention, to be judged on the way that I express my belief. So the preparation for it is the quest. Ask. I can sort out my quest, and then I can enter the tribunal or the court of prayer. It's a serious business, prayer. It's not something that is being done without intention and without preparation, or I pray because I need and I want something. Because it is the means of true communication with the higher. So definitely I need to fulfill some conditions. Then something that is above the state can happen. Yeah. Then hope can happen. Then a new reality which is called belief can happen. Okay, so this is where actually I take my life or my existence and I invest it or inseminate it or seed it within the environment of the work.
So this is what takes you to faith above reason.
This is actually, every time, this is what is being sorted out in me here.
And so in the context of the article, he talks a lot in the middle about the 18th prayer. And I think there are words like repetition and I guess I'm trying to sort out what we are talking about here in class together with that part of the article that references a prayer, which is like the 18th prayer of the Amidah, which there's an order and it like
he's
something else.
saying, Rabash is saying that the book of prayer that we have, which is called Siddur in Hebrew, meaning it's the way that the prayer are ordered. If we look at it, it means it is the way that through the day, through the prayers of the day, we can include ourselves with the light. So it has been written by sages of all generation. So we can sort of repeat it without intention, because in order to actually pray it, you need to know, or you need to study deeply and to get to the root of that which wrote it, the spirit that wrote it. Okay, so, and he's separating, and he's saying that asking is actually more personal within your journey, but actually what is to see is when our journey within studying Kabbalah actually can equate the state of the ordered prayer.
Mm.
So you can say that it can be a model, but you cannot actually, you cannot use it in real terms. Okay, but it can act as a model. So this is why I think we should know it. But if you look at it, with a Kabbalistic interpretation first, it takes you about a week to finish one day. If you're doing all the intentions, and you actually have to study them. Okay. So to go through a day, it's actually to go through an illumination. And to go through an illumination, if you journey, you have some sort of okay, a map or a model of where can you get. So there are phrases and states like the 18th Tfilat Amidah, or the morning prayer, or different states within the three portion of the day, which is actually working in three lines, but through prayer. Because one refers to Avraham, one refers to Yitzchak, one refers to Yaakov. Yeah, Shacharit, Mincha, Arvit. Okay, so all of it actually is some sort of a wrap up in a cover of working in three lines through the day. What you can go through an illumination. Okay? So it's a map if you know how to read it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it also a sorting out of sorts?
A prayer is usually sorting out because we are calling for help. And when we are calling for help in order to sort of equate ourselves with the higher, what we are getting is the gap. So it sorts us out. The answer that we get before that, yeah, an answer that we are able to pray, meaning we are able to need. And then what we are getting is actually the distance and the gap in order to be able to pray again. So this is why I'm always saying that, and this is what it is said in here, in this insemination portion, you can say, is that when we start, yeah, definitely the intention of where we wish to invest our life is that which we get as a produce in order to continue to work.
Mm.
It's not as we think that it's bad to beget or to give birth to a daughter, meaning to a will to receive to a will to receive of the light. It's part of the way. that our need of the light increases. Of course, it will. So this is why you have to have a son and a daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that in terms of reading Torah, it's as though counting the Omer is bringing us to a point that we need to reconsider the reason why we were created. It brings us to the point where Bina, as the representative of the essence of the book of Vayikra, of calling, is actually teaching us the purpose of our existence, so the purpose of our creation. And through the purpose, we learn how we need to reform ourselves in order for the purpose to express itself in our life. Okay? So this is why it comes back to fundamental questions.
Yeah.
For this portion, yeah.
Yeah. So we have the map of the prayer or the prayers, yet it's the study that helps us open it up to actually be able to receive.
Yeah. Without the study, you cannot pray. And without prayer, you are not studying correctly.